Hello, and welcome back to Her Story, where it's a lot going on. It's a little confusing. Um, I've had a break between sessions. I meant to go back, and I basically wanted to power through this game in full in one session originally when I was thinking about it, but that just wasn't practical the day I started it, and I sort of had given up on that before I started. I meant to go rewatch everything I'd just done. I ended up sort of skimming. So, we're going to do our best to keep up with this, and I'm going to do my best to not forget things I've already seen, but the system doesn't give me the best ability to take notes and keep track of what I haven't. Well, I mean, it gives me the indicators of what I haven't seen. But okay, we're looking into Simon's death and trying to figure out what's going on with, I guess, his belongings and maybe his body. We don't. We're There's a lot of background about Hannah and Eve, but not a lot of information about the actual crime going on. And even though the characters seem suspicious or weird or otherwise just it, that isn't the we're not letting that define the investigation. All right, let's see here.
He was wearing a shirt, a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
That was on the 18th. I forgot what day we established they like sort of figured everything out. We could re-review these. That's June 18th, so it's actually that's pretty early on. I think it was like June 20 something where we sort of by the 30th they definitely are investigating the murder. At this point, they might just be investigating the disappearance. We'll watch these other clips too. I think, just for a refresher on the original context of the watch.
Call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding.
Call
We
it
had our
what?
first dance to come back and stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Awful to watch. All right, that's not a useful clip. Let's see. So this is the 27th.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift.
Should probably figure out about
Steel.
Eric or Eric.
It would have been
Eric.
Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
Eric and Diane, maybe.
That time. You must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
So presumably the watch is like smashed. Let's see what this one.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach and I held her head under and I kept it out. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
Okay. I mean, there's some weird stuff here. Like obviously in an actual murder investigation or interrogation or something like that, they wouldn't have such free reign to just talk about whatever. And a lot of this is about, sifting through the crud to find the meaningful stuff, but
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. we'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes.
Broken mirror.
We took him down to the cellar.
Took him down to the...
We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
That's, yeah, I mean, that's a dimming moment, because it's definitely gives us a lot of information all at once. Alright. Alright, we've added that to this one. You know, let's see here.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight.
Let me just remind myself of these, so...
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen.
So we should look in... Okay, we should look into Eric and Diane and the broken mirror and the alibi. We already looked into mirror, but broken might give us a better, more specific lead, because I think there's a lot of mirror clips.
After the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way
His parents, okay.
So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic.
The attic
It was
of
hard.
her parents or her
So I
adoptive
certainly didn't
parents?
insist.
Her Florence or
I
whoever.
would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig.
Yeah, super important clip.
Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant, but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers.
Yeah, this is all the detail. Yeah, this,
Her and
okay.
Simon would get their place.
Right, and then they're gonna move in together. It's unclear whether Simon is in on this or not, or if it's just these two, or one, the personalities, sort of conferring with each other. Let's see. Alright, here. This is the other mention of the broken mirror, probably.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess.
Or not.
When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then.
I don't know if that's a meaningful
Married for
clip or
life,
not.
She felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow.
I mean, now
on
Hannah's
day.
a murder widow?
I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
That one clip sounds awfully suspicious, with them like finding an alibi, like deliberately creating an alibi. Alright, so no lead on the watch, other than it sounds like it was a deliberate choice to break the watch, presumably. So many leads. I'm forgetting what the Helen... Oh, Helen's the blonde at the bar. Right. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Well, hopefully that saved everything. Yeah, okay. Okay, Eric. Okay, that's a lot of clips.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at The Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all.
I guess maybe we have to look at the
Still not back
pub
by dinner time.
too.
It's getting dark again, so I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Yeah, okay. So definitely on the 18th, they don't know what's going on, or the police don't.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier,
Oof.
and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Vehicles, probably not
Yes, that would be in
normally.
his wallet.
Normal,
It's a
not.
Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
I don't know if not wanting to spend money is relevant, but let's see.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Let's look up Diane before we go any further. She's got the guitar again. Okay, let's look into Diane in the next episode. See you guys then.